Patrick Mahomes, former Texas Tech quarterback, and entered the 2017 NFL Draft and getting a lot of positive reviews. He joins us now. Patrick, how are you this morning?
I'm doing great, and 6'3", 230 is my height and weight.
I like that. 230, is that a concern for teams? High or low?
No, not that I know of. I think they like it. Lets me able to take some hits as well as be able to. I can still move and I'm still mobile.
You threw 88 passes in a game this past year, right?
Yes, sir.
Against Oklahoma.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, your dad threw 120 pitches in a game, I think 5 times in his career. You would ice your arm after a game like that if you were your dad. Did you ice your arm after 88 throws?
No, I actually didn't. I think I came back, got a little treatment the next day, but it was nothing. It was nothing I haven't done before. Was being a pitcher. When I all growing up, I'd thrown over 100 pitches before.
Did you want to play baseball first?
Oh, when I was a little kid, I for sure did. Just watched my dad play professional baseball. I always thought that was going to be me. And as I got older and I started playing football 7th, 8th grade, and then really started playing in high school, and I started to fall in love with it. And I had a chance to play baseball out of high school, and I decided I really wanted to try this football thing out, and it was the best decision I ever made.
What'd your dad say?
Him and my mom just put it all the way up to me. They said that whatever I do, just make sure you be the best you can at it. And they gave me the option. They said it's all your decision, and it was the best decision I made, like I said.
Hardest you ever threw on the radar gun?
I think it was either 95 or 96. I can't really remember. It was in high school, senior year of high school.
Well, wait a minute. If you throw 95 or 96, you're going to remember if it's 95 or 96, Patrick.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was 96. I'm almost positive.
Yeah. See, I would round up. Absolutely. What is the pre-draft plan for you right now?
Right now, I'm at an Exos in Carlsbad, California, and I'm just training really hard with Coach Mike Shepard. Just getting my footwork right, getting the mental side of the game that I didn't do a lot of at Tech, and trying to make myself ready to play in the NFL day one.
But you also have these quarterbacks from spread offenses where you go to the NFL and they say, well, you didn't take snaps under center, didn't call plays in the huddle. Is it a one-read system? So how are you going to answer those questions when you go to the Combine?
Really, I'm just going to explain our offense and explain my knowledge for the game. I mean, we had progressions where we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reads, and you had to go through the progression, as well as Coach Kingsbury gave me freedom to check any play at the line of scrimmage. I mean, so I was looking at coverages and checking plays to where I liked, and I think Coach Kingsbury, he really prepared me more than most quarterbacks coming out of a spread team. With he would break down concepts of NFL teams like the Patriots, like Green Bay, like Chicago, and we'd put him into our offense. I could see him do those things, and it really will help me prepare to get to the NFL level.
You got a chance to be around athletes at an early age. What do you remember from those athletes, and what athletes stood out?
With my dad and his best friend LaTroy Hawkins, who's like my role model of how to do things the right way, playing 21 years in the major leagues. I really saw the work ethic. I watched guys like Alex Rodriguez and Derek Jeter, how they become so great because they work so hard and they put everything they have into the game. And, that just really shows, and it really helps me with me coming in every day, working as hard as I can to be better.
Did you get autographs? How old were you when you're running into A-Rod and Ken Griffey Jr. and Jeter?
I was like when I really met A-Rod, I was like 7 years old, and he actually let me hit the ball off the tee with him a little bit, and he pretty much just kind of watched me hit and gave me some tips. It was awesome. It was a pretty surreal experience at the time. I didn't realize, but now looking back at it, it's pretty crazy.
Did you meet football players growing up?
No, not necessarily. I didn't really meet that many. I went to a few Cowboys games when I was younger. My dad was a huge Cowboys fan. I was a Cowboys fan when I was younger, and I loved going to those games, watching those guys play, as well as just watching many other great football players like Brett Favre, and then now Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady.
I saw where Mitch Trubisky, the North Carolina quarterback, is going to the Combine, but he's not going to bench press. Should bench press matter as a quarterback?
I don't really think so. It's something that we don't necessarily have to do. As long as you're working out your upper body the right way, is making it where you have great arm strength, great arm stability. It necessarily don't need to have to bench press. It puts a lot of stress on your shoulders. So really, it's more about doing the right things and make sure your body is in the right shape.
With that being said, what's your max? How much can you bench?
The most I've ever done bench press, I think, is around 325.
Wait.
But I'm not. But I'm not a guy that does a lot of high reps.
Okay, once again, this goes back to I threw 95 or 96. You always go I threw 96. My max is 325. Like you have to have a hard number there. Don't give me a round. Okay, I'm just helping you here when we get into the interviewing process here, Patrick. When they say, "Oh, how fast do you throw?" 96. How much can you bench? 325. Don't give me an around.
Yes, sir.
Be decisive. I need you decisive in the huddle at the line of scrimmage.
Yes, sir. I got you. I got you right there.
I don't know what you have, but I loved watching it this year. I know the record wasn't great this year, but you had something when you went to the line of scrimmage. Even that Oklahoma State game, I thought it was fun. I don't know. What's the most fun you had this year? What game?
Probably definitely the Oklahoma game, just because it seems like everything I've thrown was perfectly thrown. I mean, it was one of those games where you're just completely in the zone and you're just throwing everything and it's right on the money where you want it. That was probably the most fun. But I mean, that one and TCU when how I struggled the entire game and we came back and won it at the end. I mean, just that those memories that you have are really what you cherish when you get done with your career.
Do you have a nickname?
I don't. I mean, my godfather called me Showtime when I was little. Some guys I hear calling me 2 p.m., just kind of the PM2, 2 p.m. type thing. I mean, it's really it's a lot of guys. Patty 5. I have a lot of different stuff.
2 p.m.'s good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Would you wear number 2 in the NFL?
I mean, maybe. Right now I'm trying to stick with 5, but I'll do whatever the coach tells me to do.
All right. I'm good with that. Does Coach Kingsbury ever not wear sunglasses?
Most of the time he has them on, I'll say that.
Yeah.
But there's a couple times when we're inside that he takes them off.
Oh, well, that's nice. All right, hey, good luck, and give our best to Lee Steinberg, because you got somebody who's been experienced, been through this before with quarterbacks, and that'll certainly be beneficial when you get towards draft day.
Yes, sir, for sure. He's a great role model, and it's a guy you just learn from every time you're around.
Patrick, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, that's 2 p.m. right there. I like it. Yeah, I'm watching him this year, and I loved watching Big 12 football because there's absolutely no defense whatsoever. And didn't I text you guys? And it was first half, I think they had combined for 50, something like that, or maybe even more points than that. And I said, Texas Tech and Oklahoma State turned it on. And it was crazy. It was just back and forth. But he got to the line of scrimmage. And the confidence that kid had at the line of scrimmage, I thought was really impressive. It was as if he said, there was a backyard feel to it, where you just, he's the best kid in the backyard. And he wasn't afraid of anybody or anything. Ran the ball, confidence, cocky, and had a lot of trust in his arm, that's for sure.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.